What's up, family? This is my first time ever listening to Hendrix. Sorry, Jimi Hendrix. Sorry, family. Quick disclosure: the audio will be low due to copyright purposes. Over here, family, we like to break down the lyrics, dive into the lyricism, and understand the valuable message we get from the song, and then use that value to apply it to our lives to continue to be great individuals. And then also create dialogue, have an amazing conversation down in the comments. But before we get into the song, I do like to take a deep dive into the background theme meaning of the song. I do cite my sources, so this is from songstoriesmatter.com. So the story behind All Along Watchtower by Bob Dylan. Jimi Hendrix, All Along the Watchtower ranks as one of the most iconic songs ever recorded. But most fans know the song as a cover and originally written by one and only Bob Dylan. He included the iconic song on his eighth studio album, John Wesley Hardin, in 1967. Ever since its release, All Along the Watchtower has been fuel for debate with fans discussing the song's origin and meaning. In this article, we'll dive into the story, meaning, and legacy behind the song. The story behind the song. The story of the Joker and the Thief started in the fall of 1967 when Dylan traveled to Nashville to record his eighth studio album, John Wesley Hardin. Dylan had been in a motorcycle accident 18 months earlier and returned from a well-desired break. While the media and fans controversially conspired about Dylan's break, the retreat gave him a chance to think about his priorities in life. Dylan's thoughts led him away from being in public spotlight as a spokesperson of a generation and reportedly led him towards his family, friends, and the Bible. At the end of the break, Dylan also signed a new 4-album contract with Columbia. The new contract gave Dylan more control over his work and paid better royalties than his previous one. The first album had to be delivered in 6 months. It's unclear when All Along the Watchtower or any other songs on John Wesley Hardin were exactly written, but it is known Dylan stepped into Columbia's Studio A in Nashville with finished songs. The recording of the entire album took place over 3 recording sessions, lasting less than 12 hours in total. Completely opposite to the trend of 1967, where most artists spent weeks in studio trying to produce the biggest sounding album possible, including and inspired by Beatles' Pepper's album. The album was released on December 17th, 1967, and was well received by critics. The apocryphy of lyrics of All Along the Watchtower were instantly fuel for debates, with fans and critics discussing the song's meaning. The theme of the song. Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower follows a conversation between two individuals mentioned as the Joker and the Thief. In the first verse, the Joker explains to the thief he wants to escape his situation because it confuses him and provides no relief. He seems to suffer from some sort of power exploitation, which is caused by businessmen and plowmen, and no one seems to address it. In the second verse, the thief replies to Joker. He tells him not to get too excited, which refers to the Joker's desire to escape his situation because no one seems to take this issue seriously. But the Joker and the thief are not oblivious to the issue, and so the thief advises the Joker to stop talking falsely now and partake in action before it's too late. And third and last verse, the scene shifts entirely. We are now with the Watchtower, where princess watch down on women and barefoot servants. In the distance, they see 2 riders approaching, most likely the Joker and the thief. Their approach makes the wind howl, which implies an upcoming change/conflict. The third verse heavily correlates with the Bible's book of Isaiah, chapter 3, verses 5 through 9. The meaning of the song, and then also I can go into the Isaiah chapter 21, verses 5 through 9. Prepare the table, watch in the watchtower, eat, drink, arise, ye princess, and anoint the shield. For thus hath the Lord said unto me, Go, said a watchman, let him declare what he seeth. And he saw a chariot with a couple of horsemen, a chariot of ASSES, a chariot of I can't say that word, and a chariot of camels. And he hearkened diligently with much heed. And he cried, A lion, my lord, I stand continually upon the watchtower in the daytime, and I am sending my ward whole nights. And behold, here come a chariot of men with a couple of horsemen. And he answered and said, Babylon is fallen, and all the graven images of her gods he had broken into the ground. That's the Bible verse, family. The meaning of the song. Bob Dylan's All Along the Watchtower is a song filled with dissatisfaction and frustration, and correspondingly the longing for change and the potential fight for change. Dylan himself always remained quiet about the song's meaning, as he has with most of his songs. It's unclear whether the Joker or the thief are symbolic figures or real people. If they represent real people, the Joker probably portrays Dylan himself. Some believe the thief portrays Elvis, but this is highly unlikely. Others believe both the Joker and the thief portray Dylan. In that case, the song is an introspective conversation about the music industry between Dylan as a star and Dylan as a normal human being. It is known Dylan wanted to escape the spotlights as a spokesperson of a generation, and his motorcycle accident offered him a well-desired break. There were even conspiracies Dylan faked his motorcycle accident. Another common belief is that the thief represents either record label, CBS, or manager Albert Grossman. Before signing a new contract with CBS, Dylan's royalty rate was very low and he had little control over his work. In this case, All Along the Watchtower represents artists being exploited by managers slash the music industry. So comment down below, fam. Do you believe this had to do with Dylan versus Dylan, versus himself, Dylan versus an associate, or Dylan versus the music industry? I'm curious, but it all takes from an introspective conversation of the theme of wanting to escape the situation you're in and wanting better, right? I mean, we all been there, done that, where we want a better situation or a better circumstance than where we're in. Little did we know we are aware of what the circumstance we were getting in, and then when we actually get into the circumstance, we like, oh, I want out, So, with no further ado, fam, let's get into the song. Quick disclosure, I don't know if I said this already, but the audio is low due to copyright purposes. Guitar skills, man. Let me pull up the lyrics on my phone. Very soulful to it. Somebody get me up out of here. And then he said, there must be some way, kind of way up out of here. Said the Joker to the thief, there's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessman, they drink my wine. Plowman, dig my earth. None will level on the line. Nobody offer his word. Hey, hey, to the thief, he kindly spoke. There are many here among us who feel that life is but a joke. But you and I, we've been through that. And this is not our fate, so let us stop talking. So I feel like right here, the verse 2 is basically saying that your words are powerful, so watch what you say because that can become your reality. How many times, family, you have said something that you wish you never said before? The power of the tower. Princess kept the view, while all the women came and went, barefoot servants too. Well, oh, outside in the cold distance, a wildcat did growl. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began. That third verse about, barefoot servants too. I feel like that was a reminder of a lot of times, family. And I wanna ask you guys this question. I feel like when they said barefoot servants, the two riders approaching, a woman looking down for view, looking down, the princess looking down at the view. I feel like from a very introspective standpoint, it can mean, and this is just my opinion, my thoughts, my perspective on this song, that a lot of times we try to see through the lens of others, but looking through our own lens, we all are humans and all go through things similar in some way, shape, or form. And just through the lens of our own, we all go through ups and downs of life. No one's better than the other, but collectively, we are great. And from a human standpoint, it's like, look, no matter how successful, unsuccessful, wherever you are in your life, we all are people who share a story similarly to each other because we all have a story to tell. And that's just part of humankind. And I feel like that's what it meant. two rioters coming up. You know, the wolves begin to growl and howl, and the bare-feet servants. It doesn't matter. We all have a story to tell. We all come together. So my question to you, family, was that last verse, verse 3, did it deal with more just understanding that we're all part of humankind and similar in so many ways than we think? Comment down below. I believe we are. Jimi Hendrix. Never heard him before. You could say this song deals with spirituality, but also taking a look deeper inside. And very have amazing insight. You know, we all can be in an uncomfortable situation where we want out, but you have to stay positive, persistent, and patient, and things will come together, family. Let the love supersede the hate. Spread that peace, love, and positivity always. And until next time, family, like I always say, peace.